Libra, welcome to your April mid-month reading. It's great to see you here. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. I am Tamara Larice. Welcome if you are new, welcome. And those of you who are returning, I appreciate your support. So everybody, please, if this reading resonates with you, like and subscribe, leave comments, all the good stuff, it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're diving into mid-April here. It's been a doozy, hasn't it? How are you guys feeling? I feel like it's going pretty good now. I mean, it was a little bit rough, but for me, I'm like, okay. And maybe it's because we're moving into Taurus season here, 19th, 20th of April, and that always feels so great, so grounded. Everything feels fresh. Feels like it feels like the textile experiences of this earth, like this earth plane, the physicality of it feels so heightened. Like things sound, you appreciate sound more, the taste of something, the touch, the smell of the flowers, the beautiful sunshine, just everything feels just a little bit heightened during this time. And I really appreciate all the blooming trees and, oh gosh, it's amazing. So, but let's go ahead and talk about you and what's happening with your world over the next couple of weeks. What you can expect, any messages from Spirit. Okay, Spirit, please give us 3 cards for the energy of Libra. No wonder I'm talking about that stuff, because look at this. You have the 9 of Cups. This is absolute satisfaction with life, right? Emotional satisfaction that is lined up. So just being, really often we would look at that 9 of Cups like, okay, I'm emotionally lined up with what I choose for myself, right? My desires. And that's fantastic. But where we can get a little bit messed up is that we think we have to be thinking about what it is we want in order for it to manifest. But the truth is that we're just in general feeling alive and feeling appreciative of life itself, and feeling comfortable and feeling satisfied and having, one great experience after the next. It brings all of the things in, because that's what your higher self's job is. Your higher self's job is the one to be thinking about all the things. So you could just be in general feeling amazing, and that amazing feeling would be filling all of those cups of desire. Right? So you're lined up with your desires. Love that. Okay, second card for Libra for the mid-April, mid-month. I have to say it the same way it shows up on the title, don't I? So April, mid-month. Oh, Death card. Transformation. My God. Love that. You've got some real good stuff happening here, Libra. And then we have the 6 of Cups on its side. Very, very interesting. Now, 6 of Cups, okay, so 6 of Cups is going to be about, it's like the card of nostalgia, but it's also the card of significant relationships. So we're looking at, sibling relationships. We could be looking at parent-child relationships. We can look at long-term relationships. Those that sing to your heart, right? The ones that mean the most to you. We can also be looking at this from a couple of different lenses. And as we get clarifiers, we'll know more. But one of the ways to look at it is like it's the biggest house in the deck. So you could be manifesting something really grand for yourself as you're feeling great. You're transforming so that can, what's going on inside is transforming to match this new manifestation. That's fantastic. It's also a card of like protection, home, like you're like, because of your high vibration, you're well protected, right? And it is a high vibration, not feeling like you need to protect yourself. It's just feeling great is the layer of protection that's necessary. Okay. It keeps it clean without having to go, oh, I need to protect myself from this or that, or something. My energy. Keep it clean is just like, I feel great. And that is your energy protection. Okay. All right. What did I say about you manifesting something? Something's coming in. Look at this. This is the spark of passion, the spark of creativity, the energy, the fire that moves through you is opening up something new for you. The bottom of the deck, something new is opening up here for you. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers here for you, Libra, and go deeper into what's up. All right. I'm going to use, that is the Spiritual Tarot deck is the one that I used for the first 3 cards there. And now I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck for the Clarifier Tarot cards, okay? Clarifying Tarot cards. So please, Spirit, let us know what the 9 of Cups is here for. Tell us more. Queen of Pentacles and 8 of Wands. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, self-care, self-love, nurturing your energy. Nurturing your energy. Oh, this is about your energy, right? So nurturing your energy so that you are focused on exactly what it is that you want to see more of. This is, think of your energy as your investment. It's as it like a financial investment. Your energy, your attention is your investment of what you're going to get more back of. And it's perfectly aligning you with what you're doing with your energy is so bravo. Perfectly aligning you with something swift moving, something coming in quickly. You're about to land bullseye on something. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify this death card, please. First card is financial stability. Financial stability. Now, if we're looking at this through the lens of transformation, which the death card does represent, let's go just a little bit deeper into death here. The death card always has the skeleton. The skeleton represents the most, it's the longest lasting part of the human body. So think of it in terms of stability, and longevity. Thinking of it in terms of what's the most secure and certain part of you. What's absolute? What part is absolute? Or even the framing, the structure, right? Because everything else comes from, that's the foundation of our body is this framework on the inside. We're talking about foundation right here. This is a financial and material foundation. So looking really good that you're completely looking at the complete stabilization of your material world. Oh my God. And then there's the Sun card. Sun card, the most optimistic. This is the most optimistic card in the deck. So if I'm reading this left to right, I'm saying that what you have done is you have decided to turn your attention to something pleasurable, something enjoyable, and you have raised your vibration, essentially changed maybe chosen a very bright attitude about the things that you desire. And the desire has created this transformation inside of you that is stabilizing. It's stabilizing you. Like your vibration is now being able to be witnessed outside of you. There we go. That's what I'm seeing here. It's what you have done inside is now being able to create the foundation or the structure outside of you into your material world. And the Sun represents consciousness, your attention again, what you're focused on, right? And this is very high vibrational consciousness that has, well, all consciousness has the ability of turning thoughts to things. But in this case, because it's the Sun, it's the most optimistic, right? Consciousness, you and your higher self, you are merged, and the consciousness of your desires is moving through your body and manifesting, because the Sun is what grows material world, right? Nothing on earth exists without the Sun. So this is fantastic. Now let's move on into the Six of Cups. And this is being on its side means that this energy is trying to solidify. It's trying to, like, it's a strong potential, and it's trying to ground itself into your life. Okay. So the energy's here. It's not quite popped yet. Let's go ahead and get, oh my God. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant, which is about tradition. It's about, again, we're talking about like the stabilized, what already is, right? It's divine order. It's divine order. Okay. Your two clarifiers for the Six of Cups are the Seven of Pentacles And again, we have the Nine of Cups. We started with the Nine of Cups. We're ending with the Nine of Cups on this, all right? We're not done. We're going to pull some more probably, most likely. But right here, what's looking like you're doing is because you're feeling so good, because things are starting to manifest, because you can see that the life that you desire is starting to unfold right before you, and you're not in angst and worry about it. It's just naturally taking place. It's a naturally occurring process because of how you're feeling and the lens that you're looking at of happiness about your life, okay? So what's happening here is that the people that are the most important to you, or the people that are around you, the investment that you've made in those relationships, you're actually doing an assessment here. And are those relationships supporting the happiness that you know that you need to have stabilized inside of yourself in order for the life that you want? So there is definitely a reassessment. So am I going to keep things the same? Okay. Am I going to keep things the way that they are and have been? Or can these relationships change? And maybe because with that death card here, you're changing. And so the dynamics of your relationships must, by law, change. Okay. So I think that what you're doing is you're looking at how you're showing up in these relationships, how you're interacting with other people, and how that's impacting your ability to be consistently optimistic. Consistent optimism is your goal in this reading. Consistent optimism. And I love this for you. Let's go ahead and get some more cards and find out what else Spirit has to say. Again, going back to this spiritual tarot deck. Love this deck. Love this deck. I love all my decks, of course, but this one, I don't know. Every deck has its own personality, right? Okay. Ooh, at the bottom of the... Ooh, you're doing great here, Libra. It's looking fantastic. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Again, this is about strategy and investment. What are you using your resources, the resources of your attention, your financial resources, your love, everything that whatever it is that you're putting towards something, because you will always be getting something back. Being very, very strategic about it. It's all being very calculated. You've got the brightness of the sun, like you're laser focused on all of these aspects of your life. Okay, laser focused on all these aspects of your life. Okay, all right, now we see movement. We see you actually taking off. This is the Chariot. This is the sun moving through your body, clarifying, again, laser focus. Look at this. That's literally what he's depicting here. Laser focus in one direction that is being driven. This whole Chariot right here is being driven by the light of consciousness that's pouring through your body. This is you, not just this guy on the card. This is you. What's driving the train? What's driving your evolution? What's driving your reality continuing to exist in a certain way? Your consciousness is driving that always, but it's optimistic consciousness at this point. Anything else for Spirit from Spirit here for Libra? What else does Libra need to know over the next 2 weeks, please? We have the King of Wands. So with the Sun and the King of Wands, we could be looking at some strong Leo placement, strong Leo influence in your life. What this is saying, if we're looking particularly just at you because of the transformations that you have been experiencing and the strong decisions that you have made to keep that vibration raised, does bring in more opportunities for greater pleasure. This could be a greater work environment, greater financial environment, greater relationships also, because this is a card of like family, that family unit. Think of a lion's pride, right? That family unit, but it's things fun, it's things pleasurable, it's things charismatic, it's all very enjoyable, okay? If you know any Leos, or if you have strong Leo placement in your chart, you know that Leos are not about to do anything that doesn't bring happiness and pleasure and more joy. They just don't even want it. They're just like, it doesn't feel good. I'm not going to do it. Which is something that we could take, some notes from, right? A page out of their book. All right, let's keep going here. But that puts you in a position, essentially putting you in a position for a really great opportunity about to, you are prepared for a new opportunity because this king is about to take action, right? The energy is in place. That ace of wands is the fire energy, right? This is the fire king, okay? And so what he's saying to you is that you have your passions aligned. You have your passions in the right place. This is a messenger from the gods. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, another fire card. Your passions are igniting this sense of joy and happiness and liveliness inside of you that gives you creativity, and you're prepared to be able to take action on that from that place. You are taking action. We got that Chariot, right? Okay, let's keep going here and see what else is going on before our beautiful Libras over the next 2 weeks, mid-April and beyond. All right, we have this liberation card. Fives are, you notice a conflict. You notice that there may be some sort of competition, maybe something that has been vying for your attention or trying to, it's like something else. And I realize what I'm saying here is more, could be more Seven of Wands type of energy. But what I'm really feeling in this Five of Wands is that there's this power struggle, but the power is just what is trying to get your attention, what it needs your attention the most, right? And it's creating a conflict of interest inside of you. So once you discover that you're the dictator of all of it through your perception, which is really what you're playing at here. Really what you're playing at. Like, if I raise my vibration, I'm feeling fantastic and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in flow with spirit. I'm feeling stabilized in my material life. And I am moving in the direction of what's pleasing to me, and I'm prepared for more of what's pleasing to me, then that energy has been so determining of what my future and next experiences are like. And therefore, I don't have to answer to or try to be pulled away from by somebody or something else. Okay. Again, I as I'm seeing this Five of Wands, this literally feels much more like I'm playing with the energies to see how it comes out. And with the Five also being a card of conflict, we're looking at a liberation of self once you're on the other side of it. The liberation of more of your authentic self being able to be witnessed by you and applied, I guess, to your life. So you're about to break free by the playing in this energy of optimism. And let's keep going here. There's the High Priestess and the King of Cups. Those are both water cards. Again, we're going back to the emotional well-being here, because the High Priestess, she discerns. She discerns what is possible in your physical reality prior, like intuition, right? She is the queen of, or the goddess. She's more of the goddess of intuition, okay? She's the psychic one. And we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is about emotional maturity. He says that where you're at is emotionally stabilized. It doesn't matter what all is going on around you. Again, this is this liberation that you're about to be experiencing here, is like, it really does come down. And it is. If you look deep into like law of attraction or, creating your reality, that kind of stuff, what it all comes down to is emotions. This is an emotional game, because your thoughts are creating your reality. But your thoughts are giving you a chemical response in your body that we call emotions. And in order to have different types of thought come in, like a higher thinking, right? A higher mind in connection with higher consciousness, your highest self, right? And to be embodying that version of you, you have to be watching your emotions and change your emotional state in order to continue or support that relationship. So you're seeing how this energy of this fire, this passion moving through you, following your passions and life unfolding in this way, it comes back to this emotional state of well-being, right? Always this emotional state of well-being. He's also very sensual. There's a lot of sensuality in the Scorpio card, okay? And he's responsible. He's responsible with his emotions. He's responsible with his emotions in a way that are creative, okay? Because there's a lot of creativity in all these cards. That we are creators. That's why there's creativity in all these cards. But when we're looking at the fixed energy of kings, and you have now the King of Wands and the King of Cups, King of Passion and Fire, King of Emotional Well-Being. You're looking at responsibility. Okay, there's a responsibility to that energy, because now this is the way that we do things, and we tend to things that we're responsible. And if you look at the emperor is all of the kings combined. Okay, he's like the King of Kings, and he is the most responsible in the entire deck. Okay, these are responsible in specific areas. He's embodiment of all of them and responsible in all the areas of his life. So let's see what is next for you with this High Priestess. Please give us some information about what that High Priestess sees. And honestly, to be totally truthful with you, I'm not surprised that what you got here is the Empress. The Empress and the Sun card. The Empress and the Sun card. Now, she is about to give birth to your new life. She is so pregnant that it's not happening, right? There's no stopping this baby from coming. It's been growing. It's been gestating for a while. What you have been putting your attention to, and it's so good. It's so good. She knows that your life is about to go with all the good things that you have been paying attention to. And now yeah. Here we go with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I want to see more on that Page of Pentacles. This is, again, a card messenger. This is Mercury. Mercury is in Aries right now, fire sign. Great stuff. So let's go into the Page of Pentacles. It's news, curiosity about what's possible, and the news coming in to support that. So what's the news that the messenger brings us? Yeah. Okay, this is the bottom of the deck. We have you now showing up as yourself. This is you in your full power. This is you being able to experience yourself in all the things that Libra means, okay? This means that you're discerning. This means that, of course, you're powerful. This means that you have the ability to dictate the terms of your reality. Think about constructing a contract, right? When you're the one constructing the contract, which you're the one making a contract with your language, with your energy, with your thoughts, with all the emotions, right? Your actions. And this is saying in this reading with the King of Wands and the King of Cups there, sorry, the King of Cups, you are making a contract about action and emotion working in your favor, okay? That is dictating the terms of your reality, okay? You're creating the contract that dictates the terms. Contracts are full of terms, right? So this is incredible. You're in your full power, being able to essentially write the terms of your life right here, right now. And what this messenger is bringing in for you is long-term, sustainable, financial and material well-being, okay? That is absolutely tied to your purpose. There is a huge promise in this reading, okay, that you continue doing what you're doing, you are going to have everything that you desire. Because what you're doing is spot on. Between your passions, which are emotional, right? You feel passionate. You feel the spark of creativity move through your body, and you take action. It acts through you. So you're being called to something that's extremely important to you, that you feel like is part of, like, your DNA. Like, I was born for this. Like, I feel like everything has been leading up to this. You've got the call from the higher self of like, it's time. We're ready to go. We're ready to take it to the next level on your path of destiny. We're hitting every one of those bullet points in this lifetime, and you're on track to hit those bullet points, and you're on track to be doing something very meaningful and purposeful, and satisfying to your life experience that will bring longevity and long-term financial success. Okay, so that's everything that you're doing is collapsing into a material, financial, successful opportunity for you. Okay, and you're ready for it. It's about to manifest. You got the star, or excuse me, it's a star. It is star, right? The star. I just wanted to say that I don't think that was an accident, because the star is all about our hopes, our wishes, our dreams, right? It's interesting that I find it interesting personally that the King of Swords is the ruler of that house, right? The 11th house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. But when you're in tuned to your sense of purpose, and we are attuned to your authentic self, right? He's all about authenticity and doing things to the beat of his own drum. He's not worried about how society's doing things. He's making up his own reality, right? And being very clear about that. So you can see it in there, but we always think of him as like this like stern judge, right? He's the only one looking at you and like telling the truth, right? So, but it's like he sees you. He sees who you are, okay? And we didn't pull the King of Swords here, but I just want to say that I said star, and the King of Swords is connected to the star, and the star card, right? Aquarius. That is the fast-moving, accelerated intelligence of consciousness and spirit, right? Your higher self being able to be accessed by you in order to manifest your hopes, wishes, and dreams, okay? Being connected to that stream of consciousness, of well-being, and knowing who you are and why you're here. Knowing who you are and why you're here. Because why am I talking about the star so much? Well, I didn't pull the King of Swords, and I didn't pull the star, but I did pull the sun. And the sun is the biggest star in our solar system. So we can say that when we see the biggest star, you are connected to that higher consciousness. That is consciousness moving through you. It is growing something inside of you. This psychic goddess just shared with us, the goddess of Earth, right? The god Aphrodite, Venus here. She's the goddess of our material existence. She rules love and money, and it's about to be birthed. And I would say, I want to just share with you guys for a moment here that, probably if you've watched my readings, you may already know that I'm a Libra sun, okay? And one of the things that I just continuously am doing, feel called to do, is to use my heart chakra and not only appreciate my reality, of course, that, yes, and I don't want to minimize that. It's big, it's huge. But applying the energy of love to the conversation within myself of money, just applying it to that relationship of financial well-being. And I'm watching it ignite and change and shift. And this is what's going on here, is that this ruler of money and love is saying, love your money, love your material life, and you will have more of what you love in your material life experience, right? So I think that this is a big, and using that heart chakra to write those terms of the contract that you have with this life. It's this is a really, really magnificent, almost ineffable in its power of creation here, and what's possible for you over the next few weeks. So we're going to even just go right on into May with this. Your physical world is about to level up exponentially, okay? And the conversation that the gods are having with you is, again, it's absolute. It's absolute. So you're in line with your purpose. You're in line with your heart. You're in line with your desires. You're aligned with the optimism. You're golden. Like, you are golden. Your manifestations are about to surface and become realized. And you may be already seeing that unfolding before your eyes right now. You're on track. You're on track. Congratulations. Continue doing what you're doing. I love every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Take care.